here. Hopefully everything works. We're only 10 minutes late. You bet. Hello everyone. Clapping at the start of the stream. And it worked. I'm on the hunt for all the flies that make it down here. I missed it. Anyway, hopefully that woke you up. We've already got people coming in, $10, all this. Anyway, so this is like the third stream for the Trident. It feels like the 47th stream. I believe, though, this is the only semi-consecutive stream for the Trident. It's not just me today.
For the Bougie Coffee Fund.
Bougie Coffee Fund. Thank you very much, Andrew, for the $10. Much appreciated. I do have my sidekick here today. We'll go ahead and bring her into the window. Where is it? Where is it? There you go. Now she's down there in the corner.
Hello. Good morning.
Clapping for the sidekick, because we like clapping for
Fashionably
things.
late sidekick. That's me.
It is evening. Yes, yes. I've got coffee. Derek came in with $10. Let's see. Let's see if it will actually read 2 in a row. George White's here. John is here. Oh, here we go.
Thanks for all the content, Chris.
You are very welcome, and thank you for being so supportive of the channel. It's always appreciative. So we had talked a little bit, so I realized that she is over the Trident right now, but the next step, we're on page 98 for all of you following along at home. The next step is actually to build the X, so I kind of figured I'd just kind of build it here, whatever that might entail. I haven't looked at the pages yet, and then if we need to move that way, we can. But I'm trying to keep all of the camera angles and everything organized, relatively so everyone can see it, and that's always the challenge. I'm going to try to put this here, do one of these numbers. We'll get set up here in a second, I swear. I don't have any cool new things or buttons to play for you all today. I did mess with some of them, like trying to get things set up quicker. Like I built one that opens my YouTube pages and does this and that, and I don't know that it was that helpful, but, we do what we can. Ceiling, you don't want that. You don't want wide. So if we can get some of the cardboard out of the way, then it might not be so bad. Let's try that for now. See if I can build in that one specific area. Steve coming in with 10 memberships. People are snapping them up. Awesome. Thank you, Steve. There's already a lot of people here. How are we doing? YouTube says good. I feel like there's all kinds of things I haven't checked yet today. YouTube says everything's peachy. And we're all right. So, how is everyone? Let's get comfortable.
Yes.
How is everyone? How was your week? Mine was usual, but thanks for asking. Yeah. So it feels like we have like a really long way to go, but maybe not that long. I think the wiring and stuff, should be relatively straightforward. And then I flip to this next page and there's heat inserts. So we're going to have to do that first. Part prep. And remember, if you're doing the LDO kits, you have to flip back and forth between the modifications that they might have made. Now they don't mention anything about until page 135. But my buddy Steve Builds is here. He did mention that there were different parts for this kit. And I printed them, but I want to make sure that I have the right ones. Hopefully we'll find that out relatively soon. So what do I have here? Absolutely, Steve. Do the yard work.
Yes. It was nice earlier this week, and that's when I got my yard work done. And now we're hot again. So.
Can't run 312 or 313 on your 3S. George, did we talk about that already? Or was it somebody else that said they were having problems with that version? That don't sound good. Somebody downgraded for a reason. Why was it? Oh no, I think that was a different thing I was talking to somebody about. They were talking about like how Prusa does PID and it was driving their SSR crazy. But anyway, so different deal. Disregard that. So I wonder what's up with those firmware versions. I do know a few folks over in the development department over there. If we need to rile someone up, you know, I can be annoying. That doesn't mean they're going to pay attention to me, but I can be annoying. Let's see what kind of parts we got here. We're looking for X parts. And I printed some of these in PC. 80 there today. Gonna be pretty nice. Now, you're Southern California, right, Steve? Do you know that? Is he Southern California? I think he is. So I've got some fan shrouds and some hot end pieces that were printed in PC. We'll keep those out there. This is an extruder base. Let's just get some relevant non-skirt parts here and we'll figure out where they go.
Northern Sacramento.
Okay.
It's pretty dry there, isn't it? I don't know.
Sacramento? I don't know my Californiologies. Definitely the geography one is not my forte. These kind of look like the right parts.
Spent 4 6 to 10 hour days with live chat and sent them crash files. That's what George says.
Oh, wow.
Pretty toasty and dry is what somebody, now I'm switching gears on you. Toasty and dry in Sacramento. Don't mind the heat as long as it's dry.
Bring the info in like a fire hose. That's how I like it.
You know,
that's me all day long. Context switching. You just help me help them. Even on Saturdays.
Just bombard you with information. This is how we talk at home too.
One topic to the next.
That's right. Several rapid fire questions.
Only fortunately at home it's mostly like, do you want toast? Those I can handle pretty well. Well, actually they're kind of hard, to tell you the truth. The technical questions easy. Decisions on food, pretty difficult sometimes. I know I need one of these. I saw it in the manual. I think I need 2 of those, actually. I should have organized these parts better. That's not really my thing. There's the other one. And what else? What's the other part look like? So we got 2 of those. It looks like I might have printed some of those in the alternate color, maybe. These are them. And I believe these are the ones that Steve sent me that were updated because these have the belt teeth on them. They do. So I think those are good. And these are good.
He says yes.
Boom. And then they're showing 2 hex nuts. So yeah, so those look to be the right parts. Kill that fly. I've been trying to nail him for 2 days.
Yeah.
At
least he's over here bothering me instead of you.
Oh, he'll be back. He's gonna regret. He's gonna rue the day. He's gonna rue it.
Rue the day.
He's gonna rue. I don't ever get to pull that one out. He's gonna rue it. And there should be a gray cable chain piece in here. The good news is we're getting fewer parts, so it's somewhat easier to flip through it. Now I know I just saw that part. I know I did. There's the lap. Yep, there it is. Now that's a 3-fer. I believe I needed a 2-fer. Did I print 2? I did. Man. Yeah, right. That's what happens when you print stuff months ago. All right. So I think I have way too many parts out here, but these are at least some of the parts that we're going to need to get started. And then we're going to do some inserts.
22 Celsius. Where, what is 22 Celsius? You're better at this conversion than I am. Cold. Sounds
yeah,
cold.
It's moderate. I always go by like 23. I want to say 23 is around 70 degrees, I believe.
Oh, nice day then.
I don't know my F to C very well either.
I could Google it, but what fun is that?
We have chat.
That's right.
Low 70s. So
there we go.
that's that's kind of what I have locked in my mind. Hopefully it's semi-correct.
Yes.
All right, I need
That
to
makes for
soldering
a nice
iron.
day, as long as the sun's shining. That's what we say. Like, I know that it's more of a Minnesota northern type thing, but it's warm in the sun. It's nice in the sun. Have you downloaded Prusa Slicer 2.6.2?
Kill.
Scare him away.
2.6.2 RC. No, I am on 2.6.1 right now. I didn't know that there was a 2 RC. They probably told me there was a 2 RC and I didn't pay attention. Freedom units. There you go.
In freedom units.
People get so upset sometimes when I say freedom units. I kind of get shied away from it. I think it's hilarious.
I think it's funny too.
But
And if you can't laugh at yourself, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't want to upset folks, but
no, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We still love America.
yeah, well,
but
America's the best. Don't get me wrong.
Well, we're so free that we can make fun of ourselves, and it's okay.
I
think freedom units is funny.
You can love something. You can completely, devotedly love something and still realize they do stupid crap.
Oh God.
I mean, let's face it here. It's fine. It's okay. We all make mistakes. Some people still love me, and I do a lot of stupid crap. So
I think we're really good at stepping in our own mess.
It's fine.
I mean, I'm sure everybody in their own country has their own ideas of,
We're still new at this.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't melt my parts, man.
Jose Ferreira is here. Hello.
All right. PETG kind of smells like, I don't know. It's kind of styrofoam-esque. You ever do like styrofoam projects in school when you were a kid? Like they gave you the hot knife and you're supposed to carve something out of styrofoam. It smells like that.
Mike says, loving things that do stupid crap is how families work. Yes,
That's,
it's
yeah,
true.
True.
The devil's plastic. PETG is the devil's plastic.
If so, what tap? DYI, Mellow CNC, Chaotic Labs?
What is TAP?
Tap. So tap is I believe we're talking about like the clicky mod for like Z bed leveling. Mello actually got a hold of me about that CNC one. And I'm definitely going to check that out because the folks over at Mello have always treated me right. So we're going to take a look at that. I'm not sure exactly what comes in this kit. I haven't gotten that far yet, but we're going to find out. Thank you for the 10, by the way. We'll use something creative, I promise. The manual shows that square inductive sensor like Voron usually uses, but I believe the LDO kit has a different setup. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll go digging around and see what parts we can find. Remind me of that. What kind of sensor are we going to use? But it should be coming up in this next couple of steps, I would guess.
Hopefully. What page are we on?
We are currently on... We should have like a ticker. We are 100. Lucky 100.
Oh, okay. So, and 168 is half?
I think I was like shooting for that or something. I don't remember now. I'm just based it on the scroll wheel, and we're about a third the way there.
Alrighty.
Smells like ivory soap. Omron Inductives, the kit with the part for clicky if you want. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I haven't really found any problems with that probe, but I know some of the cool kids were doing like the clicky probes and all that good stuff. There's so many out there. In fact, I'm testing one right now that is very unusual. It's put out by the people. Nope, nope, nope. Ow, ow, that's hot. It's put out by the people that do Panda Pie. They just call it the bed distance sensor, but it has really good feedback. They actually use like SPI to give you serial and clock pins so that you can get like constant feedback from what's going on the bed. Unfortunately, as with all of these semi-small projects, it's not completely baked in the firmware as we would like it to see, but they're getting there. So, but it's pretty cool. It does probing really fast, and it'll do just a general scan of the bed instead of going around to each spot. Why won't that go flat? Instead of going around to each spot, it just kind of hovers in a square, and then it's done. And it seems to be really accurate. So, be on the lookout for that one. It's kind of fun. Now I do believe it's like $40, but if it works, it works. And you're kind of stuck to a steel sheet. You really can't do anything else.
Derek Sorello's talking to Steve, but he said he found a random channel comparing taps. The most rigid one is still the DIY Voron tap, it seems. All those machine taps have enough play that declarates the head by a big margin. Did I see? Decelerates, decelerates the head by a big margin.
Yeah. $34.
$34.
Okay. Yep. Do I have any more inserts to do other than this burn on my finger now?
Yeah, ow.
Don't pick them up. Don't do that, kids. We got some 3mm. I really don't probably even need those much, but let's find the other pan.
I had 92 today. It's 75 right now, but it's
92
only,
here?
yeah, it's only 10:30. So,
Gross.
but high of 92.
I'm not going outside.
Yeah, it's hot. You know, it's just hot. I don't know. I got nothing. But the sun's setting faster, so it cools off a little fast. You know the drill. We're getting into that time.
You always want to try to stay on the bright side of things. Why can't you just say, this sucks, it's hot?
Well, because that was, what, last week or 2 weeks ago, and it was 110 heat index. We're moving on. It ain't that. So,
fine. Just be rosy about it.
So I'm just happy that it's not 110 heat index.
Whatever.
It's drier. Now, it's not Sacramento dry, but it is definitely drier here. And we'll take it. Of course, we haven't had any rain, though, now.
Way too rotund for things like this.
For heat?
Outside. Walking very far. All of those things.
We did 2 miles last night. That was good. We walk at night after dinner.
Good said by someone. From someone's perspective, I'm sure.
I think 2
For
miles
me,
was great.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
I'm so mean to you. I make you walk.
Not a fan. For some reason, she wants me to live longer. It's so I can make more videos. All right. So I think these parts are set. On to page. Oh, more heat inserts, but I am on 101.
Steve Clark says hi.
Hello. Got a couple of Steves going. That's good. We always need about a half a dozen Chris's, handful of Steves.
Did you happen to tweet out your?
I didn't, but I bet you Our good friend Mike did. Or if he didn't, he's going to probably.
Not
But
being the usual suspects. I mean, I see most of the usual suspects. There's a few I think we're missing.
we've really only been getting about, I don't know, up to 75, 80 recently. I just think our time slot isn't as popular as it used to be. Plus, a lot of folks have done the Trident, so maybe people are like been there, done that.
Yeah, I could see that then.
But you know, this is for the mega fans. I even forced my lovely wife to start doing this so I could entertain you all, rather than you just see the top of my head while I'm working on something. All right. The devil's plastic. I like that. Channel path. What are we working with here? Oh, we got to stack some bearings. Where are all those bearings at? Electronics. Oh yeah. We were supposed to look at clicky probes and not whatnot. Here's the input shaper tool.
Mike says he's working on it. He was late. I said I was sorry. It's a Canadian thing, but I really mean it.
Mike's never late. He's always right on time. Mike is intending to go to Earth. We gotta get with Mike and figure out where he's staying and all that good stuff, so we don't miss him.
Oh, well, we'll definitely see him there. We should hang out one night.
Z, stop.
Oh, Dennis is gifted memberships. PF Dennis is gifted memberships.
All right.
Thank you.
I see. So I don't know how to say your last name, James. We're gonna call you James M because I don't want to butcher that. But James. So James watched one. These are my favorite type of folks. James watched one of my videos, and obviously James is a gifted Linux person of some type. He sends me an email after watching. He's like, "Hey, I know this trick that I've never seen anybody do with Clipper, but you should totally do it because it saves you all kinds of time." And I did that, and I immediately put it in the next video because it is so cool. And thank you very much again, James, for sending me that, because those are the types of things that I really love to implement. So you will see that trick in a video coming soon. And I don't want to keep you completely in the dark about what all of that is, but it's a way to transfer files. You know, if you've ever done Clipper, you have to you have to compile it on Linux, your bin file, and you have to copy it to a card and load it on your board. Well, this is a way to copy it all in one command. You don't have to mess with WinSCP, any of that. It's awesome. You're going to love it. I swear you're going to love it. But thank you again, James. Here's my steppy parts. You gotta assemble a steppy. What do we have in here? Okay, this is the clicky kit. So there you go. We have a kit to put on clicky. So that's what we'll do. And I don't know if there's a difference in between clicky kits, because somebody's going to probably come back with this one looks like a bunch of round magnets. We'll leave it out in case we need to investigate further. All right. There you go. He's got the command right there. Fasteners, I believe, is what I was looking for before, because we need bearings. A sample. I'll probably just leave this out. Handles, magnets. Here's all my tools. Here's the bearings that I'm looking for. I don't know which one that is. Locking washers, bearings, shims. All right, I think this is everything we need. Okay. Cable path. We need some M540s. That's these guys. And the parts that look like that. There's one of them. And a couple of shims and a couple of F695s. Where's my... Those are 40s. What did we say? Yeah, 40s. All right. And they want you to note that there's a spot for the cables to go in. Cool. We got it. I'm all over it. We're doing it. It's super nerdy, and I realize that, but that's kind of my whole life, is being super nerdy on a technology level. But you get the Linux admin guys going, and they all know these different sets of tricks.
Helge says you need a printed LED sign. You know what, Helge? We have one, and it's over the stairs.
Yeah,
Coming down to the basement.
that's been in some of the videos over the years. I should probably show that
Big
again.
light. I don't know if I think I might have it. Like just a picture of it. I don't know how to put it on the chat though.
That's all right.
You can do it though.
Yeah, so it would be kind of cool to have an LED kind of display back there, because it's always so plain. But yeah, we do have. I got for Christmas. I got it's fluorescent. Fluorescent
Yeah,
is the
it's a
word.
fluorescent light.
The neon style sign with the light tubes and all that good stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I had that one in a queue for a long time too. Like was almost a year in the works.
It probably took forever to get, because it came from China, right?
It took several weeks, but I'm not super savvy as far as sending files and doing things like that. So I had to kind of learn as I went. It took a few weeks for me of correspondence for them to get what I could get.
That fly's over here now.
Yes.
I'm gonna lay in
now
wait.
he's armed, folks. Look out.
I'm gonna lay in wait.
Oh, God, I hope you get him.
I nailed 2 yesterday. So like logistics for what you're looking at, right? So we have a staircase like over there in the corner, and I just have like a fridge, like an industrial fridge curtain there that separates the staircase going to the garage and the basement. And it does a pretty good job. But there's a walkout back door, and anytime that's open, flies slide right in. And then they eventually make it down here, but they never leave. So I'll get 3 or 4 flies a week. And yeah, I won't stand for it. Nothing's more aggravating than trying to make a video with a fly bothering you.
It is. It's very irritating. Buzzing around you.
Well, why did I do that? I knew that was going to come out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it? Helge?
Helg.
Excuse me. Helge. Sorry. Salt gun for the fly.
Yeah. I've been trying to convince you I needed one of those, but I think someone said, well, then there'd be salt all over the house.
There would be, and I would get shot with said salt gun.
No, you don't know that for sure.
Shoot me right in the ass.
You don't know that for
I know
sure.
you.
Mm-mm. That's a lie.
I'd be so tempted. I don't think I could even resist.
I don't know. That just sounds like something cruel somebody would do to somebody else. I don't believe it. All right, there's that.
X assignment, Twix assignment completed. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm still not used to this Twitter to X thing. And I just noticed today, Mike, when you posted that, I appreciate it. I reposted it. It's not a retweet any longer. It says actually repost.
Repost.
Yeah, that's so much better than what it used to be.
Well, leave it to Elon Musk to make real changes.
Don't badmouth him while you're on the internet. He'll pop up out of nowhere.
Reusable rockets and repost.
Red Light Mike is here. What's up, Mike? Salt gun. Yeah, I've always wanted one of those.
A shot is a bit harsh. Maybe a flesh wound. He can live with that.
I did get the block. Thank you very much for sending that over. I still have to work on it and figure it out. He sent me a super awesome high-speed hot-end block that I need to figure out. I don't know. I always look like I get some of these items and then I receive it in the mail. And then I just happen to be browsing YouTube and somebody's already done a video on it. I'm like, how did you get it done so fast? But they do. They're much faster than me. All right, what's going on here? Doing that. I get distracted. Doing this. I want to make sure the cutout is in the right place. This goes like that. This goes like so. But that is not going to... That is a 40, right? That is a 40.
If Lai saw you get the swatter out. He's over here.
I can be the first. I thought Daniel was already doing something like that. I thought Daniel over at Modbot already had one of those up and running. Or maybe I just saw like...
Sorry.
That was probably really loud.
Was it loud? Sorry.
Probably. I don't know. I'm not listening to it. They are. Maybe not. Maybe he hasn't done anything yet. So maybe that is supposed to go... Maybe that gets pulled through the block. I just don't know it.
Oh, there's two of them.
Oh, he tweeted about it. Twixt about it. I like Twixt. All right. Yeah, so I need to get on that then. It shouldn't be that big a deal. I should have something that will kick out that much plastic. What am I missing here? So, I feel like I almost have the wrong part or something. Because a 40 is definitely not going to be able to join those two together. What's the other one look like? This guy. It's the same. Mm-hmm. Well, let's go ahead and line it up. And then we'll see how it's going to assemble. The printer on the table. Yes, if I can ever get it assembled, that would be a great idea. If it ever actually prints. When I get so much time in between these builds, it feels like it's never going to happen. But we're working on it, stream by stream. All right, now that makes more sense. Thank you, Brain, for making this happen. Jerry 3DHP, hello. It's a stealth burner. Interesting, cool. Bonafide pirate, love it. Good morning.
Good morning. HD 3D HP. Hello. So I guess I don't know if you saw on the twits on the tweets
The twits?
on the Twix this
Oh.
morning that Edge of 3D Scott
Yes.
is stuck in China
Yeah, I think he finally like
as of yesterday.
yeah,
I don't know what's going on today.
I think he like finally he's been trying to find a flight. It looks like for a week or something. But I think he finally is on the way back now. So I don't know what those guys were doing. It looks like they had a lot of fun though.
Well, I saw that he was at Bamboo. He went to Bamboo, and I know he went to Creality. I think
Yeah.
I saw him there too.
They were talking to the PCB way folks. So I mean, it looks like they did a complete round the world there. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, John, I was looking for you. From Perth.
All right.
Yeah, that's where he was in Shenzhen.
Shit.
how you
Yeah,
say
I
it?
never know how to pronounce that.
Shenzhen?
Shenzhen.
Asia is so fascinating. Anyway, yes, it would be neat. Yes, of course I remembered. Well, I wouldn't say of course. We've had I feel like we know each other, John, and now we've had lengthy conversations about food. So,
That's really what brings people
and that's
together.
what stays with me. The Chinese loved Scott so much they wanted to keep him there. He's a pretty nice guy.
Well, I don't know about that. He's all right. No, I'm just kidding. He is a nice guy. He's a pretty interesting guy. Like he does all kinds of crazy
He's got a lot.
shipping and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm anxious to hear about his trip.
Yeah.
I mean, I just saw what I saw on Twitter, but I'm anxious to hear about his trip.
All right. I think we're finally making some progress here. What is
Sorry,
that?
That's my phone, and I was looking at your Twix, and then I'm just gonna start calling it that. I really like that.
Stop, don't call it Twix because now I want Twix.
Well, we'll have that later.
Do they
It's
still
cheat
make
night,
peanut
so-
butter Twix? Because those were pretty phenomenal.
We
Although
saw
it's-
the salted caramel ones last night
that's
or the
true.
night before.
I haven't tried that one yet.
Oh, let's not start food yet. We're only 45 minutes in, folks. I like to save food. Of course,
For the last portion.
we can always talk about food, though. That's true.
All right. I think I'm going to be out of 5mm bolts.
My friend Heather lived in Japan for about 4 or 5 years teaching English, and she told me a lot about it. I would be fascinated. I would love to go to Japan. I think that would be so cool. I mean, just the culture and everything's just so different. Just throwing that out there.
Just throwing it out there.
Throwing out there. What?
I would like to go to Japan. I like the ideas of going to these other countries. I really do. It sounds awesome. And then I think about being in the plane that long. And then I like it a lot less. If we've ever discussed anything, it's definitely my dislike of planes.
Toothless Bellow eating Twix. He looks like a pit bull with a tennis ball. Aw.
Hey, it's all right.
Oh, I forgot about our little bunt cake. I forgot about that maybe. Later. We'll eat it later.
Go ahead. Tell the story about mini bunt cakes.
There is the place in Kansas City now, and I think it's a Kansas City thing. I'm not really sure now, to be honest with you. It's going to be everywhere, and I'm not going to know about it. But they sell bunt cakes, like little bunt cakes. They're like that, and it's just enough for 2 people to have a pretty decent sized piece of cake, and they are delicious. But they were only at, like, you know, trade shows, or I don't know what like the gift.
They're gitchy.
Yeah, they are. They're gitchy, but they were only at like where you go and Holiday Mart. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys have ever done like a Holiday Mart where they set up booths in the convention center and you just wander around and buy stuff. It's called like Holiday Mart, but they were only selling them there. And now we call those donuts here in Canada.
Donuts, eh? It's my last jelly. Anyway.
Nothing but cakes. That's it. Nothing but cakes. And they have little shops around here now. They're opening up shops. So we went last night. Me and some girlfriends went yesterday afternoon. And it is a donut-sized bundt cake. Yeah.
There you go.
But
So they're more popular than we think they are.
and I got us a lemon raspberry. It looked pretty good. Yep, Aaron's in Overland Park. Yeah, they know. And so you've probably been to Have you been to Holiday Mart, Aaron? Because that's where it was in Overland Park. But yeah, it's so good. Nothing but cakes. That's the place, and they're so good. Yes, and the red velvet's very good, and that's that cream cheese frosting. Oh my god, it's delicious. It's yes. I do love my cream cheese frosting.
I think this lines up like that.
Oh no, he's never been to Holiday Mart. It's got lots. It's a lot. I had never been before, and my friend Brandy made me go. Well, she didn't make me, but she asked me if I would go with her to this, and I'm like, oh, all right, it's gonna be dumb. And I went, and I had a really great time.
Because they had nothing but cakes there.
Nothing but cakes and those microwave pork rinds.
Microwave pork
Remember
rinds.
those? Anyway,
Vaguely.
Yeah.
It's just not right to do that to pork rinds.
I did manage to get the bundt cake home because I would have been in trouble if I didn't share it with him. But then we were gonna have it this morning, and I forgot about it. I can't believe I forgot about it. So now we're gonna have to have it after the stream, maybe after lunch.
How many times am I going to drop these?
I don't know.
You keep talking about cake.
Well, it happens.
I don't even like cake that much, but it sounds
Yes.
pretty good.
And Andrew loves cream cheese. I love cream cheese frosting too. It is probably my favorite. Strawberry cake with cream cheese frosting. Oh, it's so good.
Now I kind of want to go to a birthday party.
Oh, they do have them in Michigan, so it's not a Kansas City thing. Good to know. I wasn't sure. And we have a muffin tops here.
We're just so closed off from the rest of the world, we think everything is original.
Yeah, well, you know, we get everything 6 months after everybody else because we're in the middle.
It's true.
So it's a franchise. I didn't know where it started. I just remember seeing it, like I said, at that Holiday Mart, and then it just sort of pops up around.
All right, don't over tighten.
Pork rinds and cake. Where is this?
It's a magical land that I live in, my friend.
This is the Midwest.
All
There's
portions.
one in New York and 5 between me and Toronto on my side of the border. So there you go. Carrot cake topping. Would that be the cream cheese frosting on carrot cake? Because that's delicious also. The stream I've seen that I appear to be gaining weight with. Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, extrusion. This is the only one with a rail, so I'm guessing.
Oh, the cronut. I've never had a cronut. I'm backtracking here. I've never had a cronut, John.
But there's a place up here that sells bonuts.
Yeah, that's the biscuit.
That's what I was
Donut.
thinking of. We were talking about, but it wasn't.
Yes.
I've never had a bonut either. I'm not really big into sweets. I mean, I like candy. I've got a real problem with candy, like a serious addiction that I should probably go to meetings over. But pastries and stuff like that, I can take or leave. What kind? Those are 8s. Where's all them 8s at? I think I'm running out of 8s. These are 10s, right? No, they're 12s.
Sconut? Is that a scone donut? That seems a little contradictory to me. Extra large gummies. Oh, from your yes. Extra large
Half pound
gummies.
XL gummies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Willpower training. Yeah. I those didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, I think I was into those too.
And there's nothing secretive about it. But and I've shared this before, but we were on there was a couple of us that were on the XL beta team, and during that process, like all the Prusa stuff usually comes with Haribo something. Well, XL they I believe they're still doing this. Don't quote me on it, but I believe you get like a larger bag when you get the XL with larger machine, more gummies, right? But during the beta, we were trying to experience like new user experience and this and that. So I ended up getting like 3 different shipments because of one thing or another, what one thing they wanted to try or whatever like that. So I ended up with like 3 of these giant Haribo packages, and I'm not complaining at all, but man, I was eating some serious amounts of gummy bears there for a while. I'm pretty sure it was starting to affect my health, but I'm not complaining. All right, where's that last rail? I feel like I'm just searching for everything. All right, so this should be in the middle. I know you can't see any of this, but, well, you can kind of see it, I guess. So I'm putting together X, putting the rail on. Took over a week to eat. It probably, I mean, I tried to use some willpower. It might have taken me a week per pound. I don't know. Per 2 pounds. Because I think, yeah, 1.2 kg. Yeah, it was like a 2-pound bucket.
They're right there in your office, though. I could see
Well, I
can't
strategically
have that
located them.
stuff just laying around me.
5 gallons.
That's a little too much gummy for me, I think. That'd be
good for you.
overwhelming.
Everybody likes that much gelatin and bone meal in their diet.
Why not?
I was eyeballing I've been on a real kick with lemon heads lately, and they do have like a 5-gallon drum of those. I've been eyeballing them that. And I'm telling, we could tell stories all day. So I'm on the excursion adventure of redoing the bathroom for the second time, and I need some parts. And over the last couple of years, just going to buy certain fixtures or things like that, they don't have that many anymore. Like you're very limited on choices. Well, around here, and they are, in the United States at least, they're around. Around here we have these super hardware stores called Menards, which is, an unfortunate name. But they usually have what you need. They've got a lot more stuff than the regular big box stores do. But they also have like bulk items, like these giant drums of cheese balls and whatever there might be. And I'm planning on going there later today. So I'll let you know if I come up with a giant drum of some kind of candy. Because I fully intend to.
We used to get the cheese balls and try to throw them in each other's mouths, and then
that was only fun when the dog was still around.
And then Hanky could go around and pick them up for us. That was nice.
Having to pick them up
loved that game.
Having to pick them up yourself is ridiculous.
Well, it takes all the fun out of it. 5-gallon popcorn. Ooh.
Grape lemon head candies, yes. I love the orange ones. I wish I could just get a giant drum of the orange ones. They're so good.
Menards does have great snacks. Ava says, hey, can you make a video on updating the Big Tree Tech TFT 35?
Man, I tell you what, those TFT screens have gotten out of control. And I probably should circle back, and I should probably talk to Big Tree Tech about it, because it seems like everyone's having problems with like the firmware no longer works, or it's, you can't update it, because they've made a half a dozen different types of these screens. So I will look into it, and I'll even talk to Big Tree Tech, because I've been getting a lot of questions on it. So we'll see what we can do. There has to be a way to get some sort of update for these things, for people to still use them, because I think there's a lot of people that have them now and they're like, oh, it doesn't work with this version of firmware or whatever. So I'll put it on the list. I'll ask the Big Tree Tech folks what's up. Valid point, though. I've been getting a lot of questions on that. Everybody wants to use the touchscreen. I honestly don't really care for them. But it is kind of a fancy thing that you can put on your printer. The serial touchscreens, honestly, I don't think they work all that well. But, whatever you want to do.
Abe says thanks.
You bet. I'm here for you. Well, I kind of am.
Well, actually, you really are. Yeah.
You've seen what I get paid to do this. It's nothing.
I get most of it.
Yeah. You've seen what you get paid to do this. It's nothing.
Yes.
If you're not doing it for fun, probably shouldn't be doing it.
Well, I enjoy our live streams. I kind of look forward. They're fun.
It's something to do, right? I
Time
mean,
flies. It's Saturday.
hang out with all the folks.
Talk about cheese balls and lemon heads.
Yeah. 30. Shim.
Yeah, I think that Mike, he says he's more likely to tap the wrong thing on most printer touchscreens, and I think that's a lot of it. Just that you kind of fat finger it. And
Well, in a touchscreen too, it's like, so a lot of the products that we see, right, they already have QC problems. If you have a touchscreen with a QC problem, then it's like, even if it's a little off, it's completely unusable. So, and I think I've run into that. Like, usually the rule is like, okay, if you want me to do like some sort of video to install this thing or whatever, send me 2. Because sometimes, a lot of times, the first one, I either botch it or it never worked at all. And with the touchscreens, it's been even worse. So, yeah, take that for what it's worth. I think if you're going to make a touchscreen, you have to do it in a certain fashion. It's not something that's easily thrown together. I was going to use another phrase that I'm very comfortable with, but I won't. I won't hurt anybody's feelings. Earth's coming up super fast. I'm actually in much better shape right now, though, than I was 2 weeks ago. I have all the parts I need. Now I just have to put it all together. 3/16. Okay. So the X is good. We need to put it on.
Paul the Texan. Hello, Paul.
M316s. Touch screen. There you go. Paul the Texan. How's it going?
We talked last time, didn't we?
Yeah, Paul's a pretty regular viewer.
Where did you say you were from, Paul? Austin?
I don't know. You don't want to ever assume anyone's from anywhere in Texas. Sometimes those can be fighting words.
Oh, well.
Northern Texans. No, I don't know if that's true, but. Okay, so with that, we're kind of done building right here.
That's what I thought. Austin. But he lives out in the country now. I think Texas is
Weren't we
like
talking?
the second you leave the city. You're in the country. That's not too far off, though. But, I mean, like, Kansas City's kind of the same way. You can
Yeah.
drive about 10, 15 minutes in any given direction, and you're out in the country.
Weren't we talking with someone that was in or around Bluffdale or something at one time? I thought there was somebody that was really close over there. I don't remember now.
And I'm sorry, say that again.
That was like close to Bluffdale. Didn't,
Oh, that's my dad.
well, I know, but
on
we were
here.
talking with someone that was like
Oh.
from that general area,
Yeah, I don't recall.
which was kind of weird.
Joel's here. Hi, Joel.
Joel Driver is here. All right, so we're gonna try to multi-angle this. So basically, we're just putting the X carriage on the rails here.
James says he refuses to do anything except rip-wrap discount display. The ones on Creality printers. They
That-
work on everything, including Clipper.
That deserves clapping. You're after my heart. That's honestly that's the only thing that I need. I need a couple of quick buttons. I don't need it to look decent. I need it to work. I've never had a problem with it. I don't see any reason for how I do 3D printing to shy away from it. So I love that answer. But that's just me. Everybody, that's the best thing about this is there's so many options.
Did you build it in the correct order this time or in reverse to troll everyone?
We'll find out at the end. I like
Yeah,
to leave
we-
it a surprise.
That's good. Keep them whining, waiting, and anticipation.
What a twist!
The motive was me. Dustin Speed gave us $9.99, $10. He
Try
re-
the supremacy. They are so good.
He likes the Trident. It's
All
his
right.
favorite.
All right, Dustin. Thank you
Yay.
very much.
Joel, welcome to bragging rights.
We'll see if we can get it assembled.
Thanks, Joel. Thank you for your pledge.
They want. Well, we're definitely not going to be able to talk about like new TV shows we've seen or anything relatively soon because there won't be any.
That's true.
So,
Although,
well, I'm really thinking that we should just start our own production company and start making TV shows. It'd be interesting.
mm,
I promise they won't be only about 3D printing. But there will be like moments where you have to stop and realize that you could have 3D printed that.
the Slurm Trident. Do you remember that one from Rocky Mountain?
Yep.
Yeah, that's Dustin's.
Excellent. I know exactly who Dustin is now. He had that I don't even know what you call it. Dustin can correct me, but that like chameleon shiny hologram paper like plastic. That one that had the
Yeah.
really that's what it.
Oh, yeah.
Like the
yes.
3-color kind of flashy type.
Sure. Mike has a very valid point. Are you currently broadcasting on your own TV channel? Yes, we are. So
On what?
he's saying you
Oh,
were going to start your own production, but you
well,
are. You actually
kind
are.
of.
So,
I guess.
oh, somebody finished from. Surge Hawk, are you not just enraged?
I'm
Because I
sorry.
am.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. At least you share my pain, because I have no idea what's going on.
And Steve gifted 10 memberships. Again, thank you,
Man.
Steve. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, from
Yeah.
you have a full production studio in your basement. Now we just need, well, the writers are on strike too, and I'm not that clever.
You don't want me to write it.
Not me neither. I'm not funny.
I'm pretty funny, but only to myself.
Well, We watched Jury Duty last week. I don't know if anybody here has seen Jury Duty.
That kind of stuff makes me uncomfortable, man.
It was cool. I liked it. I'm going to say it was cool, but I liked it. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's about... Oh,
Man, they're rolling in today.
memberships. Thank you. Thank you.
Everyone's going to be a member.
Hey. And you get a membership, and you get a membership.
If I was a really nice content creator, I'd gift some myself, but everybody's doing it for me. All right, where's that at?
Said he was disappointed about the end of the season of From. I think, unfortunately, Serge, I think we're going to have to get used to disappointment. I think they're just going to string us along.
I kind of wonder if it will ever come back.
Yeah.
Will we, because of all the strikes and everything, will we actually ever see another episode of that show? I don't know.
What second season of Last of Us? When did you say? 26?
Well, they were talking like 20, like beginning of 25 or something, and now they're saying that they don't even know if they're going to make it to 26.
Yeah, everything's getting put off.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure this will be something to watch.
everybody deserves their worth. And you know, it's the same thing that always is. It's with the law and catching up with technology, and I think that's a lot of it. So I will wait for my TV because I think that the people deserve to get people deserve to get paid for their work and not like the super mega stars like The Rock and stuff like that, but like the little guy.
Look at you being adult.
All the zombies from The Walking Dead deserve to get paid for their time and effort.
Just from having to work in Atlanta in summertime.
Well, amen to that. God, they should get extra just for being hot, like really hot.
Somebody asked where you can watch From. Where I don't. What is that again?
It's Amazon Prime, but MGM Plus.
I think you can watch the first season for free though, but the second one you have to do the plus.
MGM Plus. It's just an addition. I think it's like $6 a month or something like that. But it's just one more thing.
Just watch
You
them
know,
fast.
I got so much streaming. George White's when will the season 2 of The Last of Us air? I heard Chris was just saying
They said
25, 26
Yeah.
because everybody's on strike. So
basically they're not sure.
yeah. Yeah. If you have Prime, watch Jury Duty. It's good. So I didn't get to tell you the premise. So it's got a guy, he gets selected for jury duty, but then he also, on top of that, signs on for like a documentary about the jury duty process. And so you see him in like a confessional type where he's talking about his experiences and whatever. Well, it turns out that it's all a hoax. Everybody is an actor. Nothing is real. The judge is an actor. All the jurors, the defendant, the plaintiff, everybody is acting, and he's the only one that isn't the actor. And so
you know this going in, by the way. She's not spoiling anything.
Not spoiling anything
you know
for
this
anybody.
going in.
You know this going in.
Which makes it all that more uncomfortable to watch.
It is. Shenanigans ensue, and then at the end of the season, they come clean with him. And I'm just going to say he takes it very well. Because Chris and I were talking about this as it was happening. And Chris is like, I don't think I would be that nice about it.
I don't think I'd be comfortable with that.
So it's, anyway though, but I liked it. I really liked it. I thought it was funny. It's got from the original X-Men, it was, Cyclops from the original X-Men, James Marsden, and also he was the guy in 27 Dresses. He was the love interest in 27 Dresses. So, but he was on the jury, and so he's famous enough to get that you know him, but not so famous he can get himself out of jury duty. I mean, it's just all. And actually, you're in LA. I mean,
she's been trying to justify this for a week.
Very believable to me. Like these weird things that are happening. I don't know. People are weird.
That dude was just a saint. That's all I'm gonna say.
He's a very nice guy.
There's no way I would have put up with that much stuff. He was so positive about the whole thing. I don't know. It seemed like a setup to me, but what do I know? Okay. X, Y, all that good stuff. We're ready for belts. This is always my fave.
Oh, Serge tried to watch Jury Duty, but he couldn't watch it because how could that guy be so stupid?
Yeah,
All
well,
that stuff was
I'm
actually
telling you,
happening.
man. That's what I keep thinking the whole time. And that kind of stuff makes me uncomfortable anyway. Like the practical joke shows, I always just wait for something bad to happen to this poor person. So I don't like watching it, but I kept thinking the same thing.
I kind of did too. I mean, there were a few moments where I was like, all right, I would start to like, what's going on here? Is this some kind of gag? But I think that, like, honestly, because they seem to have like contingency plans for if he does this, then we do this kind of thing going on. And I think that honestly, they were prepared for that. You know what I mean? And then could either drop it or make it a little more believable. I don't know. And I don't know. I think this guy too, they just picked a really good guy, just very easy going and just okay. Um, Honey, Mike wants to know if you've ever been called for jury duty.
Let's not talk about it.
He got called last week.
I've been called 4 times in my life. The first time was for a federal jury. I was working third shift, and for some reason I couldn't make it happen, so I got out of it. So I spent all night working and then all day at a jury for like 5 days. I got called, and then the 2 times in the middle, I didn't have to show up. I got called, but ended up they called it off. Well, now I got called again, and I'm supposed to report the Monday before we travel to Earth on the 25th. So that's going to be real interesting if I can't get out of that one. It's not that I don't want to serve my country and all of that. It's just, can't I do it like by picking up garbage? So yes, I have a summons upstairs right now.
Well, we're still in the most of the time though. You call and they don't call your number, so it's not. You know,
I'm guessing my
Knock on
number's
wood.
up though. I've been so lucky on the last 2.
did you already say that it was right before Earth that you had to report?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm sure when you go to the judge, you can just be like, "Look, I'm going out of town."
Look, I have to go to this thing. It's for 3D printing.
It's very important.
I'm gonna save humanity. I gotta go.
Yep. Yep.
I'm looking at belt paths right now, trying to figure out how to line this thing up.
John says, like the Truman Show of jury duty. That is exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's like the Truman Show. Yeah, he feels like if you actually show up, they will keep calling you every time you're eligible. But I know people who are my age have never been called for jury duty. I went through about a 10-year stint. I think I got called 3 times over a 10-year period. And that seems like a lot. And I only had to show up once, and it was for a half day. So, and then it was settled right after lunch. We came back, and they're like, this is settled. You can go home. We're like, sweet. And we, so.
I don't know.
Yeah, it happens. It's your civic duty. That's what you get for being a landowner.
Something like that.
Yeah. So
For being a member, we're living in a society.
that's right.
Oh, whatever.
Somebody threw out there best war picture of all time. I'm not really into war pictures. The first thing that popped in my mind was Attack of the Clones. That's probably not what you mean. I
Actual
saw,
war.
like Saving Private Ryan and it's so upsetting. I really have a hard time with it. Although I really did like Hacksaw Ridge. I liked that one.
Saving Private Ryan is hard to watch, but it is actually a really good movie. It's just, yeah.
It's hard to watch. I mean, like out the gate.
Yeah.
First scene. It's hard to watch.
It's something else.
But I did really love like the human element of it all, and I liked Saving Private Ryan. It's just sort of upsetting. It's one of those I think I've only seen it once, and there's a reason.
Yep, same here. I think I've only watched it once.
Yeah.
All right, so these go on.
Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
That's another one. I've seen it. Yeah.
It's okay. Not my fave.
It's all right. What's the... Oh. Yeah.
8.
Have we stocked up on pumpkin spice? No, I have not started my pumpkin spice endeavor as of yet. But I know you guys really care about this. I got my new handbag all ready. I got my new purse ready. I have a yellow purse that I carry right now for summer. And now I have a nice pretty brown purse for the fall.
So important.
Yeah, and I'm about ready to switch my Bath and Body Works perfume over to a sweet cinnamon pumpkin.
I don't.
Yeah, so boring for you guys. I know it's very exciting for me. Right after Labor Day. So Monday I'll switch everything over.
Yeah.
And then I'll start doing my pumpkin spice. Is that a brown TPU purse?
Should be.
It's leather. Oh, somebody, Dustin says his wife has the house already swapped over. I don't do it until after Labor Day, Dustin. But yes, it's coming. It's coming soon. And I have a little thing. I got a little fall thing that I like to do. And I don't really put out, actually, honestly, I don't really put out my fall stuff. I switch over like my smells and my purse and things like that. I mean, personal things. But like, I don't really do the house until closer to the first day of fall, which is the 21st, September 21st. So around the 15th, like I'll change the wreath on the door and I'll put out my little, my little fall decorations. But I don't think I'm going to do mums this year. I think I'm just going to, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do mums this year. And, but I always say that. And then I see at the grocery store or whatever, they'll sell 12-inch or 10-inch pots of mums. And then I'll be like, well, just one mum,
These hard decisions you have to make around, different timings for seasonal decoration. I
like to
don't
be
even know how it's
festive.
done.
Yes. And you guys like it too.
Me?
You like it. You like it when I have things around. When I put out flowers and
As long as
stuff.
it makes you happy, dear.
Yeah, he likes it.
As long as you tell me to notice, I'll notice. So this is a whole lot of belt. But I am going to just cut it in half.
Labor Day's in May for James. Wait, remind me again, James, where are you from? I
Which
swear I'll
James?
remember this time. Do you remember where James is from?
I don't know exactly where James is.
Labor Day's in May. Oh, Mom's here. Tell them your mom said you can't go for jury duty.
I would
Also,
love
cheese
to.
balls and lemon heads are some of nature's most perfect foods.
I'll try it.
Have to agree with you.
I'll try it. I
He's
swear.
in the UK.
There you go.
Labor Day in the UK is in May.
I am not against pulling out. My mom said. I'll have to get a written note.
You had a Christmas wreath out in May, Mike? I have seasonal Christmas, I said Christmas rings, seasonal door hangings. So I got my summer one up for now. Oh, yeah. Ramen line? Ramen?
What?
Likes the gray frame. Ramen line?
Oh,
Is it just ramen?
Raymond line? I don't know. Like, yes, this is space gray. I believe is what they call this color. I'm gonna have to flip this though to be able to thread this belt. Sorry, you won't be able to see. Just believe me, I'm going to fight this belt.
Saving Private Ryan was the most impactful movie I've ever seen. We've watched part of it before a rave once. Oh my God.
Whoa.
My girlie cried profusely. 20 minutes later, I had to stop and comfort her. Yeah, you don't want to, especially if illicit drugs are involved. You don't want to see that. That's a real bummer. I would imagine. Schindler's List.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's really sad. I liked it though. October Sky. I don't think I've seen that one.
I've heard of that. I don't know that I've ever seen it.
Is setting up camp that difficult? KAMP. Is that some? Am I missing? Is that? Do you know what that is?
No,
I don't either.
you got me.
Yeah.
Refresh my memory and maybe I can.
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn.
Avenge me!
Now you got her going. She's had too much coffee. Now she's gonna start one-liners just rapidly.
Whenever anybody says Red Dawn, I think I say that too.
Yes, you do every time.
Well, it's
No matter where you are.
it's a great line. Wolverines. Adaptive meshing and purging. Clipper adaptive meshing and purging.
Yeah, that's over my head. I do not know that one. I'd give it a whirl, but it sounds difficult.
It's pretty easy to set up. And they said Dustin says it's pretty good. I'll try to look into it.
Sure. All right. The initial 2 points of the belt are in place.
Close my coffee. Keep the flies out. Firefox. I think I remember something like about it, but I don't think I've seen it. If I have, it's been a really long time. There you go. Thank you, JD. GitHub for the link.
Clipper folks keep things real busy. They're always putting in interesting stuff that I can't keep up with.
Early 80s Clinty, that Firefox. Early 80s Clinty, so that's what I thought too. There you go. He wants you to see. He would like to see a camp setup video by you.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's totally doable.
Yeah. Honestly, these streams are one of the best assets that I have to figuring out what's out there because I have zero free time.
Well, I'll write it down for us.
Yeah.
I try to write them down, like when you on the comments and stuff, and I try to write down some ideas for videos. It never hurts. Usually he thinks of it before I can get him the note, but
Eventually, it's somebody asks me a question about it, and I go, I have no idea what you're talking about, and then I end up learning about it. So, more the merrier. That's just how things work.
yeah.
Come on.
Why is it that all of a sudden I can't save files on my SD card using Windows 11 and the card is not locked?
Is
Windows
it like
11?
well, yeah. Microsoft? Next question. No. Is it just one SD card or is it all of them? Because I mean, I guess it's a corrupt SD card. That's first thing, you know, right? But if it's all of them,
Now I'm gonna have to look into Firefox. 80s sci-fi fiction flick where Clint Eastwood plays a pilot that has to learn how to think in Russian to steal a prototype Russian fighter. Yeah. If I said that right. Where you commandeer a vehicle. Firefox. He watched it as we might have to look into that. That actually looks pretty interesting. Not too violent. I don't know, you know, and I don't mind violence. The graphic, and it's when it's the human element. Like I can watch a gory movie, I can watch Jason and Freddy, and that's not a big deal. But then when I know people, you know, it's Tom Hanks and it's who's that other guy that was in the Mars movie? You know who?
The
But
Martian, you
The
mean?
Martian, yeah.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, and it's when I know those guys, you know, and then it makes me sad. When SD card fails, it usually locked to read only.
And he said it's 3. There's 3 SD cards that are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's some sort of encryption or something. It almost has to be a Microsoft issue. That's weird.
Yeah, we might have to check out that Firefox movie. Yeah, and yeah. Best cowboy movie, The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, honey. I know you like that one. Mom gave you $5. Thanks, Mom.
Give me $5. I'll give you $5. I'll give you $5. Thank you for the $5, Mom. It's going directly towards candy, so. Oh. That's, yeah, maybe. Did it get reflashed to some sort of Linux format? Is it FAT32? Well, the cards probably won't even recognize so that you can format them. So put the SD card in and then go to the Windows key. You probably already know this, but type create, and it's gonna bring up like create disk partitions, this tool. See if it's in that list. If it's grayed out or whatever, that will tell us a little bit more what happened to it. If it's not in the list, then I'm stumped. I think it's like create file system something something something.
Isn't there a switch on some of the adapters to lock them in too?
There are. That's happened to me before, but he says they're not locked, so.
Indirectly, you're taking candy from strangers and your mom.
Yes, I am. And I'm all right with it.
The good. That's one that you watch. If you see it's on, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and for a few dollars more, if it's on, he watches it.
I actually prefer Fistful of Dollars. That is my favorite spaghetti western. That's probably not a PC term anymore, thinking about it after I just said it. But of all the westerns filmed in Italy, that's my favorite one. But I do like all of those, all 3 of those in that series. There's a lot of good ones though.
Do you have any tips for cutting PPRCT tube with a knife?
What even is that?
PPRCT?
Polypropylene? I don't know that I've ever had to cut some. EFAT32, 2 gig left. Can you, from that tool, will it let you format it and then create a new volume? That might fix it. It does see it though, so that's good. So it's not dead, it's still alive. Kind of looks like PVC tube. Yeah. With that heavier tube, I always use those shears, the ratcheting shears. But depending on the type of tube it is, maybe that's not an option. The shears kind of gnarl it. So that might not work. I don't deal with it a whole lot, so I don't really have any tips. Maybe somebody else in the chat does though. Leverage the brain trust. I think this one's going to be the hardest one.
Joel says he avoids Windows. Microsoft is always stopping him doing what he wants.
Yep. People at work don't like it when I'm still blaming Bill Gates for everything. But I know it was him. Alright, so that one just sneaks past. You shouldn't have to wrap that around.
How's it going over there?
Let's go. Can you even see anything in the shot?
No, you're kind of, I mean, you know, I see what you're doing, but I can't really see.
Yeah, I'm just routing this belt.
Yeah, it doesn't, I mean, yeah, I don't think you're doing anything super exciting. I
Not
mean, you
really.
are, but as a whole, you were doing something super exciting. But in the moment,
Not really. It's not
Yeah.
that exciting. Alright, past the idler, and then that goes... I think I'm going to have to take... I don't think I have the mental fortitude to get that to snake through there without taking it loose. I think it would be just way faster. Yeah. Yeah, I see it bunching up. But if I take that loose, though,
hang them high.
hang them high. That's one I haven't seen in a while.
So what's the policy on basement tours?
We have strict COVID protocols.
Only the dogs allowed down here.
It's not that exciting.
As far as Clint Eastwood movies, though, go, play Misty for me. I like that one.
That's not a Western at all.
No, it's not a Western. More of a Fatal Attraction type vibe.
What's the one where he punches out the horse? I don't remember what it's called.
I think I've seen that shtick a couple of times. Like, not just by Clint Eastwood, but
I think that was that one. Oh, no.
will there be complimentary Jello shots upon completion of your basement tour? You know what? If you can get here, I'll make some Jello shots.
Somebody says Blazing Saddles. Does Blazing Saddles count as a Western? I guess it does.
Sure. Mongo, that's right. Blazing Saddles, and it's Mongo who punches the horse. That's
Was
right.
it?
Yes. Now you're gonna hear it. Mongo, only pawn in game of life.
Yeah. Here they come.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you mention a movie, I might have a one-liner for you. That's my favorite line, though. So, 310 to Yuma. That's a good one. I think I only saw it once though, but it's good. Mongo only pawn in game of basements.
This is gonna be a nightmare if I pull this apart.
Badgers. We don't need no stinking badgers.
Yeah, badgers.
For context, he's cutting that tube so he can print a filament holder for my IKEA pegboard.
Really don't know the best way to route this tube. Or this belt. You got me on tube.
Oh, Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer, he punches a horse. See, I knew there were multiple animal abuse. Horse punchings. I believe he does as well, punches the horse. And is it in both Conans? It might be.
I thought there was like a Clint Eastwood movie where that happens, like Josie Wales, or I don't remember what it's called. You know, one that I have seen very few times but always enjoyed, and it's it's more of a cop style vigilante movie than Western or anything. But not, you are either this type of person or you're not this type of person. And that is the Charles Bronson movies.
Somebody mentioned him earlier here in the chat. Which
Yeah.
one? Which one did you like?
Death Wish, all the Death Wish movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that's what I'm thinking of. Pretty sure. But like, that doesn't seem to be as common. Like, you don't see a lot of folks that are like huge Charles Bronson fans.
The Quick and the Dead.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Wow. Somebody mentioned Tombstone, and yes, Tombstone is a great Western. I feel like that's kind of a given, though. That was just a really great show.
The Quick and the Dead is a great bad movie.
I agree. Django Unchained.
Yeah.
Is that a Western? I suppose so. Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda.
All right. If you've seen one Death Wish, you've seen them all. That's true.
Well, ain't that the truth?
But you still gotta watch them. A lot of these movies I haven't seen in years.
Yeah.
The Quick and the Dead, yeah. What a piece of crap. But
Oh, man.
I really like watching it for some reason.
Gene Hackman.
Good old Gene.
Yeah, and that was a very young Leonardo DiCaprio.
I was gonna say, wasn't the kid somebody famous?
Yes, a very young Leo, and just starting out to it's a woman. What's her name? She's been in some stuff. I'm terrible with names. I should know. It'll come to me. Red Dead Redemption.
Is that a movie
It's
and a video game?
No, it's just a video game.
I actually downloaded that not too long ago, but I tried to start playing it and it didn't hold my interest. Maybe it just starts really slowly. I don't know, because it's a storyline type game.
Is Sam Raimi the one that did Quick and the Dead? I could see that.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. Sharon Stone, thank you. Sharon Stone. I think she was relatively new. I mean, like, she'd been in a few things, but I think she was trying to get away from the more racy movies that she was doing. The Great Outdoors. Great movie. I love that movie.
Speaking of John Candy movies, we were watching Men in Black the other day.
We did. We watched the Men in Black series.
And
All three of them.
We got to talking about actors or whatever, characters and actors, and Rip Torn came up. And since we're on John Candy movies, what is the best Rip Torn movie? Because there's really only one answer. And that's Summer Rental.
Summer Rental. Damn, what was it? I can't remember. Summer Rental. That's right. Scully's of the day.
He's done all these, prolific movies, but Summer Rental is really where he shined.
Star Wars Episode 4. You know what? Star Wars, all the Star Wars movies. I love them all. And that's mine. Whenever Star Wars movies are on, I feel compelled to watch. Revenge of the Nerds. Great movie.
Dodgeball. There you go.
Dodgeball.
That is also a classic Rip Torn movie.
Yes. Apocalypse Now. Never saw it.
You can dodge a wrench.
John Candy was a treasure we did not deserve. He died way too young.
Yeah.
I really like that guy. We watched Stripes the other day.
Yeah.
Wasn't Stripes on?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the fact, Jack.
That's right. But John Candy didn't have a big role in that one. Just.
He was in there.
Yeah.
All right. So one top belt is done. Now I'm working on the second belt.
Spaceballs. Yes, definitely Spaceballs. Real Genius. That's been on TV lately. We've been watching.
That was on the other day.
Freddy Got Fingered, Rip Torn's worst movie. Freddy Got Fingered. I
Oh,
don't think I saw
God.
that one.
That's a Tom, what's his name movie. I don't know that I've ever seen it. I remember the title.
Men in Tights. Pretty much anything. Anything by. Why do I always draw a blank on names when I'm trying to think? And I'm usually real good with directors and people like that. Who did those movies? Men in Tights and Spaceballs the Flamethrower.
Oh, you mean Mel Brooks?
Mel Brooks. Pretty much
Yeah.
anything by Mel Brooks, and he also did. Thank you, Andrew. He also did the Blazing Saddles and those movies. I think that guy's hilarious. He's pretty good. Spaceballs is probably my favorite. I like that one a lot. Chris and I have a running joke about my industrial hair dryer that I can't live without.
Mm-hmm. And I can't live without it. Although, I mean, what if it was hair dryer or coffee pot? Which way would you go?
I think coffee pot.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if your hair's out of spec as long as there's coffee.
I need coffee. I really need my coffee.
My mom's still in the chat. There wouldn't be a question.
I don't know, Mom. Are you still here?
She usually just
Steve
hangs
Builds,
out.
are you still here?
He's probably doing yard
skipped
work,
out. He might be doing yard work. I haven't seen him in a minute.
like normal folks on the weekends.
Well, and when the weather's nice, you got to take advantage.
Another, we could talk about movies all day, I'm sure. And I'm not all that well versed in movies, I don't feel. But I do have, the classics that I enjoy. But we were talking about Kurt Russell, like being either, he's like a superstar or like the top list of B actors. Because a lot of the stuff that he's done, I enjoy, but he was never really all that, A-listy type of material.
Well, he ain't winning no Oscars, but
But he should have.
pretty good. He had a stint as an action guy in the 90s.
Well,
think.
I mean, where did he really go wrong? I guess that's the question. Because, when you do a movie like Escape from New York, you should be like in the list of, top tier talent. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Snake Plissken is, a generational hero.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, see?
So, like comedy. Yes, he's good. And Escape from LA, equally good. Bad good.
Anybody that can ride a wave in downtown LA with Peter Fonda, I mean, that's like the creme de la creme of acting moments.
What is the chicory? What is chicory? Somebody said they stopped drinking coffee, switched to the original cowboy
Coffee for
drink
life.
before coffee came along.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what chicory is,
Yeah.
but I have seen folks that was preferred.
I'm not really. I've never had it. I don't know anything about it. Yes, Mom, coffee forever. I do love coffee. Now I have one more cup in the afternoon. Usually before lunch, I'll have another cup, and then I usually try to quit. But I do like coffee. Overboard.
Yeah, classic.
Kurt Russell. And yeah. What were we watching that he was in the other day?
What were we watching? Because I remember that now. Oh, don't tell me I just routed this incorrectly.
Oh, bye, Mom. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the $5.
Thank you. I see what happened. No worries. I got this.
Back to the Future, best trilogy of all time.
Pretty good.
Probably, yes.
Best trilogy of all time. That's a toughie. Back to the Future is going to be hard to beat, though.
Matrix trilogy.
Eh,
Now there's 4 of them.
that's okay for you folks.
I
But
like the Matrix. That's another one I like to watch.
I don't want to attack Keanu Reeves as a person. 'Cause I think he's a pretty cool guy, all in all. I
It's
really
my
do.
understanding that he's very nice.
I hear he's a pretty cool dude. And The Matrix is pretty impressive, especially for its time and all that, wherever you want to talk about special effects and whatnot. Those guys that made that movie, pretty impressive. But I just can't get over the fact that he was Ted. I just...
He'll always be Ted.
Everything I see him in, it's just Ted as a cool guy. No, he's still Ted. I just can't get over it, and I never will be able to.
Well, now he's John Wick.
Yeah, and he's Ted.
Somebody said only the first Matrix is good.
I have a hard time separating them, honestly, telling which one's which. I haven't seen them that much, though. I'm not very well versed in it.
I wanted to...
Best trilogy, The Lord of the Rings.
Ooh. I do like Lord of the Rings. Every once in a while I'll have a Lord of the Rings day. You ever wanted to have embroidered patches with your logo to sell in a merch store?
We have dabbled with that. I don't know. Hopefully that's not John Mack asking that. Oh, yeah. We have tried the embroidered logo before. We never really got it off the ground because everything we have is giveaway. We don't really sell anything.
Yeah.
And they're quite expensive to get done. John Mack did a few for me. He was kind of in that embroidery business for a while, but yeah, we never really got it off the ground. All kinds of merch are cool. It's just what we can swing to give away. I really hate selling stuff with our logo on it. It's not the fact that it's the money. It's like, I don't know. It feels like that stuff it feels like swag should always be free.
Well, I like the Matrix movies. We're discussing which one is better, and somebody said they couldn't get through the 4th one. The first one was, I think, the best. The second one was you needed something to tie everything together, and that's unfortunately, and to advance the storyline, and to advance Smith's arc. The character Smith, Agent Smith's arc, he needed a little something. And then the third one was the finisher, which I did like, the third one. It's always been a little hokey, I guess, would be a good way to put it. It's always been kind of cheesy, because at the end of the day, it's about love, true love, not computers and programs and all that. So
that's another guy though. It's funny they're in the same franchise because Agent Smith, I can't see him in anything without being Agent Smith now. He's typecast as that forever.
Well, he's Elf and
right.
Lord of the Rings.
Yep, and I saw that and went, hey, why is Agent Smith here?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Keanu? Where's Ted?
Where's Ted?
Poor Bill, I don't think he was ever in anything again. He was in The Lost Boys and that. Or no. Bill was Ted is Keanu, right?
Yes.
Bill's the blonde head guy.
So what about franchises that should have been a single movie? Alien should have been. I disagree. I respectfully disagree, Andrew, because Aliens was awesome. And Sigourney Weaver is a pioneer. I mean, first female action star that I can recall.
You're gonna have a hard time
She was a first for me.
Gonna have a hard time talking her out of anything Sigourney.
I really like her, and I love all the Alien movies. I mean, they get a little out there, but I thought they were all pretty good. And then even like the prequels, the Prometheus movies, I thought were pretty good. Alien 2 was really good. I liked that one too. And you gotta love Hicks.
It's all the Marines that made it good.
Bill Paxton was awesome.
No way, man.
Game over, man.
I wanted
her in charge.
I wanted to punch that guy.
Oh, he was awful, but so good. I mean, dedicated to his role. And I like the Vasquez, Private Vasquez. That lady, she was awesome.
All right.
Yes. Yeah, when Sigourney put on the spacesuit and she can see the alien kind of coming out, and I don't think he quite sees her. I mean, what was she saying? She's kind of whispering to herself. It was really scary. And shooting him out the airlock. She does it in both movies. The old airlock trick.
Falls for it every time.
That's right.
Andy's here. What's up, Andy?
Hi, Andy. We're doing great. We're discussing movies and movie franchises.
The old airlock trick.
She does it in both those movies.
That's funny. I'm about to start saying that in everyday cadence. The old airlock trick. Works every time.
Well, yes. He says Aliens is the start of the franchise. Alien is a totally different movie. I agree. I would say Alien was probably meant to be a standalone, and then it became an afterthought.
That I agree with. I think it was always meant to be a standalone.
And I would say Aliens is definitely the start of his. Agreed on that one for sure. But Sigourney's just so good in all of them. She's good.
I always start the second one though with the same thought. It's like, how did they convince her to go back? It's like, I know she wanted to kill it once and for all and all that good stuff, but seriously? Did she watch the first movie? I'm just saying.
Yeah, but she had a real long nap between 1 and 2.
She wasn't tired anymore. She's ready to go back.
Well, and she had a moral obligation to go back and kill the alien.
And you never trust Paul Reiser with anything.
Well,
ever.
That's true.
That's a rule in life.
But mad about you. And revenge. That's right. Mike says revenge on the alien scum that just destroyed her ship and her crew.
All right.
Shaun of the Dead. You like that one.
Fabulous movie.
Yep. At World's End. I don't know if anybody saw that one. At World's End. I really like that one.
Hot Fuzz is also great.
Hot Fuzz. Paul.
Paul is a great movie.
Very funny.
That's probably like the most they've ever been mainstream. If they've ever been mainstream, it was Paul.
Was that the first one that they kind of filmed over here in the States?
Honestly, I don't know, but it's the first one that really had any big stars in it.
Run, Fat Boy, Run.
That's a great one. I love that one. It's hard for me to not like anything with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost in it, though. I love those guys.
Spaceballs 2, The Quest for More Money. Yes, that's exactly right. Somebody said, or Dustin says that in the first 10 minutes of every film setting up a sequel. Yeah. Yeah.
Loved Hot Fuzz, yeah. It's for the greater good. But it's the irony in the whole Hot Fuzz, the irony at the end of the movie. That's what makes it so great, you know, at the end of it. And they're killing people for the greater good, right? They're killing people in the town. They don't want their secret to get out. All this, blah 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 blah. At the end, they're like, it comes about that the bar is owned by this man and wife couple, and they end up killing like the town reporter because he was trying to find out what the real story was like, and the guy that owns the place is like, for the greater good. You know, that's why we ended up killing him when they were unfolding all this plot. And then the wife said, it was something to the effect of, in the paper he said my age was 55. I'm only 54, and that's why he wanted him dead. So I don't know. Those are the little things that I find hilarious. I'm only 54. Okay, so this bottom one. This is all about the inductive probe. Now, I realize that these are going to be extremely difficult to install after the fact. Hall effect in stop, optional, magnet. I think this thing all has switches. What time is it? 12:02. Let's see what else we got here. That's a typical village over here. Now I really want to go to the UK.
Jim Carrey in The Majestic or Adam Sandler in Rain Over Me. I don't think I've seen either one. As long as you keep to the path of the moors, you'll be fine. In the moors. Is that a line from?
Oh, it might be Anchorman.
Anchorman. Oh, that's pretty funny. I liked Anchorman. Although I'm not a huge Will Ferrell fan. American Werewolf in London. Excellent movie. Loved that movie. Have I made you watch it?
American Werewolf in London.
That's an older one. Kind of a dark comedy.
I don't recall that.
We should watch it. It's a classic. And I think I have given you the spiel about when he turns into a werewolf. When they show him in the apartment turning into a werewolf, an American Werewolf in London. I mean, at the time, cutting edge.
What's it about again?
Like,
it's a werewolf in London.
It's about this couple of American guys. They're going backpacking across Europe.
Okay.
And they're one of them gets attacked by a werewolf, and his friend dies.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Well, sorry. Stay on the path. That's right. And then he becomes a werewolf. He falls in love, and he also becomes a werewolf. And
I don't think I've ever seen that.
it's good, but there is a scene I was saying before. It's like cutting edge though, as far as like special effects go. At the time, that was the beginning of that, but it showed him changing into the werewolf and prosthetics, and I think probably some stop motion if anybody knows anything about it, but where his hands are getting longer and his face is turning into a snout, and you can see the hair growing, and it's very, for the time, that was huge. And it was, so I mean, I would say that American Werewolf in London is one of those that if you are a movie person, if you fancy yourself a movie person,
there you go.
then this would be one to watch. Is that what you found, what you were looking for?
No, but I think this is like the spring that I need, but
Yeah.
later. Anyway, yeah, no, I don't think I've ever seen that. Doesn't sound familiar.
Yes. Is it possible to put Voron parts with a 0.6 nozzle using Arcane?
To print them with a 6? Sure, I don't see why not. I mean, somebody that's more Voron fluent than me
Yeah.
could answer that question probably better. But a 6 isn't that big. especially with what you're talking about with how you're going to slice it. I don't see any problem with that at all. Ugh.
Yeah, and the music, yes, Andy, the music that goes with that, Blue Moon that goes with that, everything about that movie was right. I mean, even if you don't care for the storyline or you don't think it's that funny or you know what I mean, but you see it to see it. You see it because it must be seen.
After the happening has happened.
After the happening has happened.
Okay.
Yeah. Rick Baker did the werewolf effects. The movie won the first ever Oscar for best makeup. See? Yeah.
It's that good.
It's worth seeing. I don't know. I'd say yes, good.
Top, front, back. Yes, we got all that. So now we're moving to the bed. So X is on, belts are ran. We'll have to deal with that when we decide about the probe. But now we can go ahead and set the bed on. So we're getting there. We're on page 139.
Hey, getting there. Reign Over Me and the Majestic. I'm gonna write them down.
Sound pretty serious.
Well, he wants me to watch them. John wants me to watch them, and we can discuss.
Mm.
And I am a movie person. I like movies. I don't get to watch them as much as I used to, but I like movies. Now, I mean, I can't say that I'm a legit movie person. Uh-oh, sorry. Am I
No, I'm
interrupting
just
you?
noting that I don't have to do this part. There you go. Done.
Yay. But I like what I like, but I try to see the ones that are Dark City. You know what? That is one that I can never remember the name of it. But yes, Dark City. And I would even say Dark City is sort of an iconic late 90s, early naughty movies, you know, early 2000s movie. And that's one that always seems, when somebody says something like that, when I think of the early 2000s and the movie genres, I always think of that one, Dark City.
Interesting. 22.
I got it written down. John, I'll do what I can.
Flange and set screws.
The Batman. I couldn't get through it, Andrew. I tried. It's very long. And I have a hard time believing that Robert Pattinson can play Batman. Don't seem right. And Andy loves Jennifer Connelly. She loves you too, Andy. I like Jennifer Connelly, and I think she's underrated, quite frankly. She's pretty good. Wasn't that her though in the new Maverick movie? Wasn't that Jennifer Connelly? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
Didn't see it.
The new Maverick movie.
Some of us get to go see movies. Others are stuck here working on things.
Yes. Well.
So it says in this thing, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, those Trident builders. So it has a page. So like most of these pulleys, and I could go get another one to show you, but hopefully that focuses some. Most of these pulleys have a hat on top, right? To keep the belt on. In this guide, it says remove the flange. So that would be this outer flange, the shoulder for that belt. And it says use a bottle opener and some pliers to pop it off. Well, LDO has made this pulley. You know, they've even removed the set screws to be able to do this, that's awesome of them. But that's an interesting thing to do, to modify said part in the creation of this design. I don't know. I find that interesting. But LDO has done that for you. So there you go. That saved us some time.
Yeah. What size is the Trident?
This is a 250. They have a 250 and a 300 version. This is the 250.
There you go. Best Batman. I have a hard time. I like Christian Bale. So this is, and you have to split up Batman and Bruce Wayne. By the way, I'm doing my own little movie podcast over here while you build Tridents. I think you got to split up Christian Bale and Batman. Michael Keaton, best Batman. best Bruce Wayne would be Christian Bale, personally. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. And I do really like the Dark Knight series. Best Batman was Adam West. Very true.
I saw a graphic the other day. Like there were 9 people that actually played Batman, and Adam West was like the 3rd. I don't know, anything about those first 2 folks, but I thought that was kind of interesting.
Good night. Elf Pimp 1 is leaving. Have a good night. Enjoy your
See
nap
ya.
and have a good night at work. Galaxy Quest, love that one. Got my girl Sigourney in it. Sometimes I feel like her when I'm doing these things where I just repeat everything that everybody else is. So I'm reading the chat and then reading to you the chat. And that's how I feel like I'm doing. I have one job!
Well, she repeats everything the computer says, right?
And
Isn't that
I'm
what it
gonna
is?
do it. Yes. I just sit here and repeat the chat. I have one job, and by God, I'm gonna do it. Christian Bale is the best Batman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Starship Troopers, great,
No,
Bad
that is
movie.
not a good movie at all.
great bad movie.
That's just a bad movie.
It
Not.
has that Casper something. Dude's name is Casper, the main guy,
Mhm.
and what's his name's son?
Gary Busey.
Gary Busey's son is in it. Yes. American Psycho was a great movie. Scared me. I that's one I've only seen once because I found it very disturbing. District 9 was good. We saw that one.
That's an interesting movie.
Yeah. It was. It kind of made me sad.
I've seen it. I've seen it twice, and that is a very interesting movie.
Best Catwoman. Well, probably what's
Eartha Kitt.
Mm,
You're thinking of Michelle Pfeiffer.
nah, maybe, but older than that. Julie Newmar, there she
Julie
is.
Newmar.
Andrew, thanks. He's
Yeah.
been my go-to. He knows. I think you see me, Andrew. We're here, you and me, and because he seems Eartha Kitt. Yep. Read the book.
The what?
I did read Starship Troopers.
Oh, the
Yeah.
book.
And I mean, it's been a while, but yeah, not a bad book, and kind of a tongue-in-cheek. The book was sort of a jab. It seemed like, I wouldn't say tongue-in-cheek, but it's a sci-fi book, and it's about this, but it was what, and in the movie there is some reference to, like the
brain. The brain alien.
the military and the propaganda and the whole fascist sort of had a kind of a 1984 vibe to it. And then no, I have not seen Dog Soldiers. On my
Keep this in, so if you're building one of these, keep this in mind if you have the LDO kit. The part that we're working on right now, which I guess is for the Z-stop, the LDO part, this is the LDO part. It is longer than the regular part. So there you go. It's step 144, and they do call that out in the specific BOM parts. So there you go. Moving on.
Hitchhiker's Guide. Did you read the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Did anybody read that?
Like when I was a kid, long time ago.
Where did you find these kits at? On eBay. Didn't you print the kits?
So the kit part, like the rails, all the mechanical parts, all the metal parts, these are from LDO, and I source them through Printed Solid, up there in Delaware. They sell the kits, but make sure you're getting an actual LDO kit because there's all different kinds of manufacturers for kits. These are very good kits. They're a little pricey, and then there's a specific set of parts. You can print Trident parts, but then they have a list. LDO has a list of all the parts that are going to be different for their kit than the regular self-source kit. And all those links will be in the description here of how to build those. LDO has them when you buy the kit. But just know, make sure you get an actual LDO kit because they're not all the same.
John, thanks for coming. Have a good night. Enjoy your Saturday. Johnny Rico. Yeah.
Sold out. Yeah, they're sold out quite frequently, unfortunately. They're hard to get.
Oh.
But they'll have more. I think they only really get like a handful at a time. So there you go. That's the LDO part. Does that fit in there that well? So they have the Z stop on a PCB and it just slides in there. You would have to use a standalone micro switch for the actual Trident part. This makes it much easier.
He self-sourced his Trident. He said it was the worst decision he's made.
No,
Paul the Texan.
I can't even imagine sourcing all this stuff. Like I've self-sourced Prusa machines and it's a nightmare. I can't even imagine what it would be like to get all these parts.
John, The Fifth Element is a good movie. I did like it.
I
And
love
I liked
The Fifth Element.
that Mila.
Yeah, something I can't.
Jovanovic,
whatever her name is.
And as far as while we're talking about her too, all the Resident Evil movies. Can always get her out. I like all the Resident Evil movies, but I did like The Fifth Element. Huh?
I got sidetracked on the Resident Evil movies. Like because I'd never seen them, and I started watching them, but they're like I couldn't watch the third one or something, so like we couldn't stream it. So I stopped watching. So I need to go back and pick that up if I can.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Let's see here. He said he had a spreadsheet and he still missed like 50 things. Paul the Texan.
Oh yeah, I can totally see that.
Too much, yeah.
Just printing the right set of parts is difficult. Having to source everything would be a nightmare. Use the LDO bed connector part. Follow the installation for the 5mm shaft. So there's like a 5mm shaft that runs through that gear that I was talking about cutting the shoulder off of to trigger that Z stop, which is a pretty ingenious idea. Listen to it click. They probably can't hear the clicking because of noise cancellation. Okay. And then
They heard it.
Oh,
James says you
there you
can hear
go.
the click.
Clicking.
Yay.
Clicking for all of you. Set screws.
The Godzilla movies.
I'm not very fluent in Godzilla.
Me neither am I. I try, and yeah, I have a hard time with them.
I did, however. I am not a big fan of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I mean, he's in everything, so you kind of got to deal with him. I get it. But the Rampage one that was based on like the video game, not a bad watch. It was just okay. I didn't mind it. Didn't mind it. I thought I was really gonna hate it.
I want to build a Tridex and don't look forward to the sourcing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Two tool heads. That would be a lot. I need some set screws. I saw the bag with them in there.
Yeah, I like that. Mila Jovanovic. She's cool. Godzilla versus Megalodon. Megalodon is the best / worst movie. I just can't. I tried. I can't. So. Son of Godzilla. No idea.
That's a great one. I've seen that.
Have you really?
Yeah.
I've not
With the
seen
baby
it.
Godzilla.
Oh no.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, it's awesome. Saw that one not too long ago, actually.
Oh, I need to watch it in subtitles. It's the dubs. That could be the dubbing that throws me. We're in Kansas City, Missouri, in the middle of the country. John.
Do we have
700 cube tool changer Voron.
Yikes.
You know about this?
I don't know about that particular one, I don't think. There was a giant Voron cube at Colorado. We were right next to that giant cube.
Uh-huh.
That might be the cube he's talking
right.
about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know for sure. But yeah, I have seen that thing and it is a monster.
24 by 24. Yes, Jaws is a great movie. We love the Jaws movie. That's
Absolutely.
a summertime classic right there.
It's a 4th of July film. How many 4th of July films can you come up with?
Ooh. Independence Day. Jaws. I don't know. For now, that's it. Go Chiefs. Yes, go Chiefs. Our home openers next Thursday.
Meh.
Yeah.
Meh.
Gonna need a bigger basement.
Need a bigger basement.
Mega Shark versus Colossus. Never seen it. Born on the 4th of July. That's that one with Tom Cruise. It was pretty good. I don't remember too much of it. I am going to take a quick break. Do you want something?
What time is it? We can go for like 30 more minutes, I think.
12:20. Do you want something?
If there's more coffee, I will take a splash.
All right. Independence Day. Yes, love it. And I like the 20 years later one too. Independence Day.
I don't think I've seen that.
I'll be back.
Well, maybe I have seen that. You can take my cup for me.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. So Z-stop still clicky. That's a good thing. Got a little shaft that runs in that gear. Good with that. No, it feels like we're just kind of at the odds and ends portion. Wago connectors. I saw those over here. They go into a printed holder. I see only 2. Because of how the bed's made, there's probably only a couple. See if we can find the holder for it, though. Derek, I hope they did because, yeah, you can start. I've noticed. I've even bought a couple of pies recently. You can get them now. I'm very impressed that they're back. I didn't think they'd be back so soon, honestly, but it appears that they are. So cool. Looking for the tray that holds these little connectors. We might just skip that because I think I'm going to be digging through parts for a while. This filament box has seen better days. What's next? Oh, it's the bed frame. I'm like, what? So let's work on that. I'm gonna put this over here. I believe this came with a mini 12864, I think. I saw it. I'm almost positive it's a 128/64. Hopefully we'll find that out someday. Oh wait, maybe this is the one. This is what I'm looking for. Awesome. Just something to hold those connectors on. I love these Wago connectors, but if they're not mounted, you can just set it right there if you would. Thank you. Where does that go? Oh, it doesn't tell you to mount it. You're back, seated.
Yes, I'm here now.
All right, there you are. It was very unentertaining while you were gone.
I see something about a rabbit scene. What are we discussing?
I missed
Oh,
that one.
Monty Python, of course. Yes. Yep.
All right, so this one has one of those, and it slides in here like so. Which way would it like? So we got T-nuts on this side, and then 3 at the ends, like that.
Mike likes the Matrix movies. Follow the White Rabbit. Yes.
It's making me kind of nostalgic.
Me too.
I need to watch something.
I have been after him about Better Off Dead. You guys remember that one?
I've just seen it so many times.
I love it. I need to go see it. I need to see this movie. It's one that's been on my mind, and now I need to watch it.
It's kind of like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's just only so many times you can be
Yes.
expected to watch said show. Never had one listen.
Bring forth the holy hand grenade.
Count not
$2. That's right. I want my $2.
That's right. $2.
Do the.
Sorry, I blew up your mom, Ricky. That is a classic. That will never get old.
Yeah.
Sorry, I blew up your mom.
This is pure snow.
You know the street value of this mountain? Yes, it's a classic. The Japanese guys that learn to speak English by watching the Wild World of
Harvey
Sport.
Keitel.
No, the Howard Cosell.
Not
Howard
Harvey Keitel.
Howard Cosell.
Howard Cosell, yes.
Yeah. Wild World of Sports. We watched the George Foreman movie last night. It was, if you're into boxing, I'm not super into boxing. My dad used to watch it when I was a kid, so I know something about it. It was somewhat interesting. Very long, but somewhat interesting.
Yeah.
M3x6.
We should project those movies on the wall at Earth. There we go. That's a good idea. We have a little projector.
We do.
When it gets cooler, we'll have a movie night. I'd like to do that. Sit outside and watch a movie.
We'll have to bring all of our YouTube friends.
Yes, come with us. We'll stream the movie.
Wonder what kind of licensing we'd have to purchase for that.
Oh, I don't know.
They wouldn't let you do it for free, I can tell you that.
Well, if the movie's old enough, I think...
It'd have to be really old.
Yeah. Sorry. I scraped the microphone with my ring. That was unpleasant.
Bob is here. I didn't even see Bob. Hello, Bob.
Hi, Bob. Charlie Chan movies? I'm not sure I know that.
Is that who wrote those?
I'm not sure. Jaws on the big screen while floating in the pool. Yes. when we were younger, my dad lived in Houston, and we got a beach house in Galveston for a week, and my sister made us watch Jaws. And I was just a little thing. I couldn't have been more than, no, it was right before my freshman year in high school, so I was about 14, and we watched Jaws, and then we go swim in the ocean and play. It was scary.
I think she did that on purpose.
I believe that she did. She liked to do that to us. She liked to make me watch scary stuff.
Oh yeah, those of you that know him, Walter Country 3D, he told me that he was coming to Earth, and he hasn't been to a festival in a long time.
Oh, Sergio's here.
Hey, Sergio. So it'll be good to see Walter. If
Yeah.
there's,
I've never met him.
yeah, he's bigger than life. He's a hell of a guy. There you go. Bob's bringing the wife.
That's I just read that. Good. I would like to meet her.
Bob, I am not responsible of anything that my wife might get your wife into.
Well, no Jello shots, so you're off the hook there. Can't.
You're lucky she cannot bring Jello shots
Can't
on the
bring 'em.
plane. What sounds good for lunch? I'm hungry.
Me too. I don't know. You
I-
had mentioned Firehouse.
I think that turkey bacon ranch is where it's at.
All right,
I'd really
then.
like to have one of those.
That
Like
is what we will have.
the size of my head, like the biggest one they sell.
Turkey bacon ranch. I chose dinner, so you can choose lunch.
Actually, you
I swiped his
sniped
idea. Yeah.
my
took
idea for
his
dinner
idea.
last week, and I should have went to that last week rather than what we had because it wasn't that great.
You know, but you got to try new places. Why not? Give it a whirl.
Well, it's the only reason why I can complain.
Well, that's true. That's true.
That I really didn't mean to throw that at you, but I did. It was supposed to go in the trash can.
Wife disclaimers.
Yeah, you must.
Bunt cake for lunch, probably. Bunt cake
Mm.
after lunch for sure. Yes, he had the idea of barbecue and walking around Zona Rosa, which is like an outdoor mall where we live.
Burn-ins is really what I'm after.
And he had that idea and last week, but then we decided to go to a deli instead, and it was a bit of a disappointment. It was fine though. You know, you don't know it until you try it. It can be awesome. You have no idea. And
I'm a sandwich connoisseur, so I'm pretty hard to please when it comes to
sandwich
sandwiches.
man, yes. So I stole his idea for this week. It's my turn to choose where we go on Saturday night, and I snagged his idea, and we're going to go to Smokehouse, which is just a sit down restaurant, barbecue, and wander around Zona Rosa for a little while. And there is a muffin top bakery that I will be looking at. They also have a Topsy's there.
I got him.
Did you? Good for you.
Boom.
All right. One down.
First kill of the day is always the most special.
So, and there's a Topsy's there too, which I may have to swing by and grab some popcorn. So there we are. New York Steamer at Firehouse is good. Ooh, BLTs. That is on my meal menu rotation. BLT is on my menu rotation. We have those quite a bit. They are yummy. I love bacon though. We got John sent us $15.
Whoa,
Thanks, John.
thank you.
I was gonna do some gifted memberships, but Google wanted a credit card, so we ain't doing it. Here's for pork rinds and bunk cakes. Nothing but cakes. Thank you. Oh, did you look them up, John? They're delicious. Anyway, and then Alex Jaspers sent us €10.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you all. I really appreciate that.
And a sticker.
We have been contemplating how we were going to start paying for some things, so that always helps.
I was gonna do some gifted memberships, but Google wanted credit card on laptops, so trying iPhone for Apple credit.
There
Here's
you
a bit for pork rinds and some bundt cakes. Nothing bundt cakes. Looks fancy.
They are fancy. They're
Looks
fancy little
fancy.
Yes, fancy donuts, if you ask Mike.
Very cool. Thank you both.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we
Mike's not bringing his ex-wife, by the way.
all right then. Yeah, this Earth is our third one this year. We kind of went overboard this year going to festivals. I don't think we can maintain this next year. It's just traveling's just way too expensive. Well, I mean, I don't know that it's too expensive. It's out of my price range. Let's put it that way.
It's a lot.
It's
But,
fun.
You know, I mean, after this though, if we decide not to go to Smurf, it's not completely out, but you know, anyway.
That trip would probably do me in financially, I would guess.
Yeah, we could slow down. We'll slow down. Take the winter off.
And I hate to not go to that one in Loveland because, you know, they're just getting rolling, but I just can't maintain all of them.
James can't afford to go to Smurf, and it's not even in his country. Yeah, it'll take some doing. We need a Vegas, a Verf.
Yeah, that'll be cheap.
Well, no, but I would enjoy it.
What we got? It has a stop on it. Excellent.
It's 4 hours by train for James. I don't know what WOT is, Mike. He was WOTing me about what I said about fancy donuts.
Wooting?
The bunt cakes, huh?
Wooting?
Wooting? Was that a woot? But it had a question mark behind it, so I didn't know if it...
I don't know. I'm not hip.
Neither am I. I'm not very good with acronyms. Not what I like, LOL and...
I'm only good at really boring acronyms, like IBM. I had a guy the other day on a technical troubleshooting call, telling me the other day he couldn't spell IBM. I'm like, well, this conversation's over, my friend. You just said the wrong thing. All right, M516. There's 14s and 16s in this kit, which 2mm? What's 2mm between friends? All right, so that is the bed carriage. These they have bearings on them, so they kind of hover, so you can do that 3-point level everyone loves. What's it got?
It's like what in pseudo nerd speak, geek speak. Yes.
Upside down. No.
Hal, one step ahead of IBM. What are you doing, Dave?
Oh. Put these on the inside. They should have been on the outside.
Haven't seen Ricky today. He must be working. Maybe he's singing today.
Yeah, for Labor Day, I bet you they have all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I'll bet he's busy. He's got gigs lined up.
All right. And then, where's that 16 that I had? Here it is. And the 16 just kind of guides it into the plastic part. Yeah, there's no threading or anything. That's just to keep it where it needs to be.
Mike's talking about the raccoons he had in his attic.
Oh.
It's a bummer.
Raccoons are so cute, but such jerks.
They really are mean, nasty little animals. But they're adorable. All right, Andy's leaving. His tea's ready.
See ya.
Andy, have a good one. Thanks for coming by.
All right, I say we set the bed on here, we get the thumb screws on, and then probably pretty good for the day. We're at page 158.
Derek is leaving. Derek, have a good day. Thank you for coming. Thanks for hanging out.
See, everybody's got to go do stuff in real life.
That's true.
Oh, I want that there. 16, it looks like a 16. Okay. So this is going to set on the extrusion with a thumb screw underneath it. Just kind of a placeholder as a just kind of a heavy duty washer basically. And then there's a T-nut on the bottom. And these wires are really in the way. Not gonna be long enough. I don't know.
John says to look up a bin chicken. So there's somebody said that raccoons were trash pandas. That's what we call them around here.
Trash pandas, yeah.
Yes. And then somebody said, and John said, look up a bin chicken. So it's just this very large bird that goes through trash. And
bin chicken. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't think 16's long enough. Did LDO tell me to do something different? 158. Use 20. See, that's why you gotta read stuff, kids.
John, there's a little YouTube video about him on Planet Earth. Planet Earth YouTube video. I'm going to watch it later. Check it out. This is the moment when the Trident gets heavy, LOL.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a big old piece of metal here. It's heavy, man. Far out. Why do you keep using that word? Is there a problem with gravity in the future?
That's right. Oh man, Doc, this is heavy.
This is heavy, Doc. This is heavy.
Too many parts to Sergio gave us $20.
Thank you, Sergio.
Too many parts to mess with. Keep up the good work.
There's a lot of parts to mess with. There we go.
We're talking about motorcycles too.
Motorcycles.
1972 Yamaha LT100.
My mom won't let me have a motorcycle.
My dad had a Honda Vulcan. He really liked it. And then he had a Gold Wing after that when he got older.
He had one of the big ones for a while,
He had
didn't
a
he?
Gold Wing after that, the cruising bike.
Okay. Back to the Future reference.
Too many parts to mess with. Keep up the good work.
Way to go, Streamlabs.
We don't need Streamlabs. You got me now.
Streamlabs. Can't believe you're free. Kind of having the hankering to do some Legos. I don't know if it's because of all of this or.
We should go by Target and find a kit because there's an R2D2 Lego kit.
Too expensive. Then the dad comes in play. They're too expensive.
Zombieland. Very good, Joel. We like Zombieland. That's one we watch a lot.
One of my faves.
At our recycle center, it was over 100 degrees and there was about 1,000 bin chickens just stood under the trees in the shade.
Bin chickens.
They're
I want to see
waiting,
these things
waiting
now.
for the sun to. They're watching their loot come in.
Yeah. Bin chickens. I love that name.
We run 6 MK3 Plus in producing parts in ASA and PETG and PETCF, almost 24 by 24, but they are slow. Recently acquired a BLXC1 and it's awesome, but I think to build a Voron 350 by 350 can do it over 240 millimeters. Is that all?
Millimeters a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can. I mean, the hardware is there. They can run that fast. Now, you would have to put a lot of work into redoing your part to be able to tolerate that speed. I mean, they look good, and at a reasonable speed, they would be somewhat accurate. But I think now we're starting to see slicers compensate for that type of thing, so you can go that fast. It's just a lot of it's totally capable of doing it, and you're getting a decent part. It's just there's going to be a lot more tweaking involved in the set it and forget it Prusa design. But yeah, it's doable.
Did you see that when they did the droid?
Mm-hmm.
Are they expensive?
Yeah.
I said they're real pricey.
Technit's kids, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, all of those are super, like, that was just past my time. I haven't drank any of my coffee that you brought me.
Drank some coffee.
That was just past my time, all those really cool kits. They had them, but, like, I got out of playing with Lego when I was probably, like, 10 or 11. And I had some pretty cool ones, but they really got cool when I was in my teens. But yes, so pricey. ZN stop part. What did they say? Those can't be 20s. Those have to be a little longer.
Aaron, we have not been to the KC Brick store, but I just looked it up.
Isn't that the one next to the aquarium? Is that the brick store, or is there
It's in
another one?
Metcalf, Overland
Oh,
Park.
oh, no, I haven't been to that.
Field trip. But it's a Lego store. Ooh, and it looks really cool. There's lots of pictures here.
It would be sweet to.
Cool. We should check this out.
It'd be cool to buy them like by the pound or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, but I'm not creative enough to think of something to put together. I have to. It's right next to Micro Center. That might be what you're thinking of. How convenient.
Now we're all in trouble.
Thanks, Aaron. Aaron says no problem.
I do love Micro Center.
Oh, yeah.
It's too cheap not to buy it.
I know it.
Says my credit card.
Andrew, we have the same problem. We love Lego. We like putting them together. We can never find a place to put them once they're together. It's
completely out of places to put
really
things.
hard. And there goes the travel budget. Legos and Micro Center. Amen. Aaron's an enabler.
Yeah. All right. I think we've about done all the damage we can for today. One more. Where did that Wago bracket? Here it is. I'm gonna put this on.
Jose, I was an adult when I got into Legos. I never really,
I had a few,
you know.
but they were always. I always liked the other stuff a little bit better, like erector sets and stuff. I like the metal pieces and stuff. So this goes on the other side.
Clone Disney Castle logo. Ooh, it's in Ziploc bags. You gotta put that together.
The original MK312B or 24. Need a new hot end, and should I just upgrade it to the MK3s Plus?
Mike, thank you for the $5. So the original Mark III, all of the Mark IIIs are 24 volt. Just the Mark IIs were 12. Mark III is 24. So you're good there. I would personally, I would print out the newer parts, the Mark III parts if you can. I think they're just a lot easier to assemble and take apart going forward. The original one was a little overcomplicated. So yeah, if you want, I would do the plus parts if I were you.
John says, back when I was a kid, Lego bricks were only rectangles and squares, maybe a flat piece. Now you kids are preformed kits. It's true. To be followed by, get off my lawn.
Yeah, back in my day.
Back in my day. That would be a cool one. John says about the General Grievous Lego kit. That would be cool.
Which one's he again? I'm not super.
He was the
Star Wars.
Half droid, half organic, but he had the 6 arms with all the lightsabers. Yeah, and he fought Obi-Wan, and
yep,
it was pretty good. And it sounded like he had emphysema.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Might be one screw short. That's probably the one I dropped on the floor 3 hours ago.
Joel said when his mom would vacuum his room, you could hear the erector set screws.
I remember that. There's where those went.
Yeah. Twirling lightsabers like stripper tassels. Exactly.
Okay.
All right, James, thanks for coming. We're about done anyway.
Yeah.
So, ta-ta for now. TTFN. I like that. Ta-ta for now. Anyway, have a good dinner. Enjoy your dinner. We didn't really discuss dinner. I mean, we did a little. What's everybody else having? Super quick.
Food.
While he's wrapping it up. Dinner or lunch or whatever time it is where you are. Applebee's. Nice. They have those little mini cinnamon rolls for dessert. Delicious. Oh, and they have all you can eat boneless wings right now too, I think. Maybe. Barbecue with friends. Oh, I do like. Oh, Steve, you're back. How was yard work? Barbecue, like grill barbecue, Steve, or like barbecue, smoked meats.
Thermistor.
Kahlua and Pepsi Max. Actually, not bad. I don't know.
Let's go out to SSR.
Grilled foods. Good. Enjoy. Jose, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to. I'll look it up. He says it's good. Kahlua and Pepsi Max. Now Pepsi Max is like Coke Zero, right? In that kind of yeah. So, coffee and Coke, maybe might be worth a try. Butterscotch. Oh, butterscotch schnapps and Pepsi Max. Sweet, like real sweet.
All right, kids.
All right, he's done.
So we are ready to start building the afterburner. So that's the hot end assembly. We are on 162. The bed went, so today we really just mainly got the X assembled. We got the belts on and we got the bed in place. Now we have to start building the business end here, but we're getting there. So we're 3 streams in. We've probably got like 9 hours into this so far. But, you know, what else are we going to do? So, thank you for everyone, as always, to join the stream. And all the tips and all of the memberships that came through. We always appreciate that. It's great to hang out with you all. In a couple of weeks here, if you're going to be at IRF, we will be there. So definitely look us up. I know a lot of folks can't make it. What is today's date? Today is the 2nd or the 1st? 2nd?
Today's the 2nd.
Today's the 2nd. So there will be at least one more stream before we head to IRF. So in 2 weeks, we'll do another one. So I'm sure we'll see a lot of you again before we start traveling. But that is it for today. Go grab some dinner, some lunch, whatever you have. I'm going to go have a sandwich. It's going to be fantastic. And we'll see you very soon.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.